What's up, guys? It's Kev. Today we're going to be talking about active listening. And it's kind of something that the term I'm inventing now based on a comment that someone sent me on YouTube, and I wanted to respond to that. First, who I am. My name is Kev Rowe. I'm a playlist curator here on Submit Hub. I have a playlist network, over 20,000 followers on my playlists on Spotify, who are actively listening to music every single day on those playlists. I'm also a full-time musician. I've been doing gigs and recording for almost 30 years now. I've got 10 albums on Spotify, and I've done over 2,000 gigs nationwide. So let's get to the comment, right? So I'm looking at my YouTube stats, and I see this comment come in, and this person was somewhat disgruntled about their Submit Hub experience, and kind of specifically towards the playlist curators. Oh, how dare you. Yeah, and I didn't expect this type of comment to come in, so that's why I wanted to quickly make this video while I was feeling reactive about it. So the comment was referring to some of the playlist curators muting the songs, letting them play in the background, and then just dispersing the reviews based on like templated responses. Now, there are a lot of accusations here, that I take very personally as a curator. They weren't saying that I was doing it. Maybe they were saying I was the exception, but they were making it sound like that was common practice on Submit Hub, and I'm kind of like appalled by the idea. I spend a lot of time listening to music on this platform, or in general. I mean, I probably listen to music 6 to 8 hours a day, either on Submit Hub or in my leisure time during the rest of my day. Now, is all of it active, what I'm referring to as active listening? No. Sometimes I'm cooking or driving, and even then it's probably more active than most people are doing. But let me first describe to you my experience here on Submit Hub when I'm reviewing your songs. They come in and I look at a whole bunch of things while I'm listening to your song. I look at your album cover. I read how many songs you've submitted to me. I read the little description you've sent me. But most importantly, I am in that song. I'm paying attention to everything going on there, no matter how long I'm listening. We're supposed to listen for 60 seconds. It's mandatory before we can give a review. My average right now is 113 seconds. But while I'm listening to your song, so many things are going through my mind that I'm looking for. Production value. How long is the intro? How long before they start bringing in other instruments to start making this more interesting of an arrangement? What kind of lyrics? Well, firstly, what kind of singer are we dealing with here? What genre would I put the singer in? How good are they at singing, or singing on professional microphones? How good is the vocal fitting in the mix? Like they have good groove and swing in their vocal. Do the rest of the instruments support the vocal? What is the story going on here? This is a big one. Like, what does this artist represent through the lyrics of their song and the delivery of those vocals? When's the chorus coming up here soon? Because we're at like 46 seconds and I haven't heard a chorus yet. I better be hearing a chorus soon. And when I do hear a chorus, I'm hoping that it's catchy, like something that stays with me later. When I'm doing something else, I go, man, that one song had a killer chorus. Or even a week later, I'm like, man, but that one song, I could still sing the chorus to it. Now that is catchy stuff. I'm looking for all of these things. And that was probably the first 40 seconds. the longer we go, the more I'm dissecting your material, saying things like, you know what? Maybe the BPMs, the beats per minute on this song is about 3 beats per minute too slow. Had they done this a little faster, I think the production would have been more effective, to be honest, because they're starting to lose my attention. You know what? Now that I've been listening this long, I'm not sure if this is the right key for this singer. They may want to bring this down a step from A major to G major because it might be more accommodating for their voice. Or maybe they want to bring it up a step from A major to B major because then it'll give them their voice more of a cutting edge in this mix, which is kind of on the low range. So I'm listening to everything. Nobody's doing more active listening on your material when you submit it to me on Submit Hub. And I like to think that the playlist editorial curators on Spotify are doing the same exact thing with the same exact intensity. I know they are, because that's the only way the best music gets on those playlists, is if a human being with all those decisions that I was just talking about is dissecting the song and making those determinations. So the idea that there would be curators out there who mute your track and play it in the background while they're doing something else, I really think is very unrealistic. I don't think that maybe that's happened. I don't know. Maybe there's 1 or 2 curators out there doing that. And I'm sure Jason and Dylan, the guys over at Submit Hub, have weeded those guys out of the environment. I know they're very, very strict on curators and like making sure that they're real. They look at their backgrounds. Of course, they listen to their playlists. If they're musicians like me, they listen to their music. They go to all their other social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Check and see if this is a real person who like has some qualifications for doing this. So it's not just like some bot muting your song in the background. I mean, that's just crazy. As far as the other half of it, the templated or copy and paste responses, you cannot copy and paste a review on Submit Hub. That's not allowed. Is it sometimes generic technical jargon in the review that doesn't necessarily talk specifically about your song? Yes, that happens. Not for me, but it does happen because I'm an artist too, and I've submitted my songs to other curators on Submit Hub, and I've gotten some of that, but not that much. I mean, most of the times they talk about my lyrics or my genre or the tempo or the production style. I've gotten pretty high quality reviews from almost everyone on Submit Hub. So wherever this person was coming from, I just wanted you to know I'm listening, active listening to every single song with undivided attention. I'm not doing anything else on my computer while I'm listening to your song. I'm living in that song with you in the practice room, in the studio, in your marketing, all the decisions you've made up until that point. I'm living with you in those decisions while I'm listening to your song. So I'm your friend. I'm not your enemy. Like, I'm the one who's gonna like help you along on this journey. The idea that playlist curators have it so great and that you don't is just ridiculous. Like, we're in this together. We're forming a long-term relationship over time. So yeah, there's no muting going on this end. And sometimes, if I've been listening for 2 hours straight, I'm tired. like it's hard work. Don't think I'm just like hanging out here listening to music. I'm really, really active listening to your material and trying to give a quality review Am I doing it efficiently and trying to move through a lot of material in a short amount of time? Yeah, I guess so, but never at the expense of the quality of the listening that I'm doing. There's almost nothing more important than the quality of listening I'm doing, because that's the job. Like, the review, sure, it's important. Is it as important as me making the determination based on quality whether or not the song should go into one of my playlists? No, the review is not as important as the me making that decision. Is it important? Sure, but yeah, come on. I mean, we're human beings. Like, because, and we've done a lot of work in building these playlists. It's not like they just show up. That's a different video. I'll go into that at a different time. But yes, I wanted to ease your mind. I'm listening to every note that you're making. So make it good. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.